Hello and welcome to Bare Beauty Basics. So today I'm going to do a very simple, everyday, realistic look for your day-to-day life. So I'm going to prep my skin, and what I'm going to do is spritz this toner. Make sure that your skin is cleansed, and that's when after you clean your face, you need to tone your face. And to lock that hydration, I'm going to use a moisturizer. I'm going to use the Childless moisturizer today. This is a very thick moisturizer and you don't need a lot of it, okay? So a tiny bit is good enough, and focus on areas where you need a little more hydration. Like I tend to become dry around the mouth area, and I have some dry patches here around my eyes because I wear spectacles, and if I'm sweating and I set if I use powder to set it so that I don't get spectacle marks, it kind of dries my skin out here. So I'm kind of avoiding using powder altogether. So now that you've moisturized your skin, you can go ahead and use a gua sha. So if you have puffiness during the morning time and you want to reduce the puffiness, you can go ahead, use a gua sha tool. This is a rose quartz gua sha, and what I'm doing is just draining my lymph nodes. So just do a few strokes on both sides of your face. So my daily makeup look is mostly focused on achieving a flawless, healthy looking glowy skin. I am not bothered about covering each and every acne scar that I have or any kind of blemishes. I just want to achieve a glowy, healthy looking skin. So that is my objective, and drain any kind of puffiness through this gua sha tool. So now that the moisturizer is nicely absorbed, I'm going to go ahead and use a sunscreen. You know what I use. This is the Beauty of Hosan, and it's a very, very beautiful moisturizing sunscreen. Very good for dry, dehydrated, mature skin, and doesn't leave a white cast, and your makeup sits very beautifully on top of this. So now that your skin looks like this, nicely hydrated, plump, this is the time that your face is ready for some foundation, for some makeup, all right? So now let's get started with using a little bit of foundation. So I'm going to use the Clinique foundation, just a tiny bit. I'm taking just that much and focusing where I absolutely need it. That's the center of my face, all right? So I'm just taking it on the center of my face and blending it outwards. I'm doing this makeup without looking at a mirror, and that's why I'm looking at the viewfinder, and that's why I'm not looking at you. So if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera, is because I'm looking at the viewfinder and doing my makeup. So I have a dry patch right there. You can see that. So when you have dry patches, your makeup tends to grab onto that. So you need to avoid putting too much on those areas. Now, to correct that, I'm going to go back to my sunscreen and just dilute that. So when you mix your foundation with your sunscreen, you can actually make your own skin tint. Just a small tip. So I'm going to use a little bit of concealer just to add some brightness. I'm using the NARS cream concealer. I'm using the travel size one. I haven't opened my full size one yet. I'm just trying to finish this one first. Since I have a dry patch there, I would not put a concealer there because it's just only going to aggravate stuff. So till the time the concealer is sitting there, I'm just going to do my brows. So I'm using the Benefit brow pencil, the voluminizing brow pencil, which has fibers in it, and you can see how natural it looks. So once I fill it in, I'm going to brush it, go back in, fill it again. I don't change the shape of my brows. I just follow my natural brow shape. And that's how natural it looks. So you need very little amount, nothing dramatic. So that's how my brows look at the moment, which is good for a daily look. And now I'm going to go back and start blending my concealer. I'm just going to pat it in. No tugging, no pulling, just patting it in. And as you can notice, I'm not taking my concealer blending too close to my lash line because I have fine lines there, and if I put any creamy product, it's going to wrinkle and crease. So the trick to not having a creased look under your eyes is to avoid having product there, all right? So that's how my skin is looking. doesn't look like I have anything, any kind of foundation on. It's just that the dry patch is bothering me. So what I'm going to do is pick up some kind of a creamy concealer. All right, so I'm going to pick up this cream palette that I've used many a times in my videos. So I'm just going to mix a few shades and make a custom shade so that, and test it on the back of my hands so that I get a color that is a good match to my skin tone. So when you use a cream product in those kind of dry patches, it kind of subdues the patchiness of the look. Now it looks better. So if you're trying to correct or conceal any dry patch, make sure that you use very creamy emollient products. And pat it with your fingers. Just for some color, I'm going to use the bronzing drops by Elf, and this is in the color copper gold. This is in the color copper gold. So I'm just going to take a, oops, that's quite a lot. I feel you needed to shake it. I didn't, and that's why it got separated and it looks goopy. That's all right, I can work it in. This is the texture. I'm just going to use it on the sides of my face to add a little bit of bronzed look. A lot on my forehead. The sides of my face. It's a very natural looking self tanner kind of a look, and I absolutely love it. Let's line our lips. So I'm going to use the lip liner by Charlotte Tilbury. It's in the color Super Size Me. And just fill in my lips with it. Overlining my lips a little. I'm not going to use a lipstick today. I'm going to use a new gloss, and that's by L'Oreal. It's their Plump Ambition with hyaluronic lip oil. It has hyaluronic acid, and it is called Hyaluron Lip Oil by L'Oreal. It's a new release, And I have the color Plump Ambition 601, worth it. So I think you can't see the number. So that's 601, worth it. And it has a very interesting doe foot applicator, and this is how the color looks like. It's a very beautiful color. And to add a little bit of blush, what I'm going to use is the Too Faced powder blush. It's a very velvety finish, which is why I love it. And I'm just going to take a brush, pick up a little bit of it has a very blurring effect on the skin, and I like to put a little on my nose, a little on my forehead, chin, and that's the finished look. I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara on my eyes, sorry, on my lashes. So I'm going to use these this new pack of Clinique new mascara. This is by Clinique. I got a sample size. I really liked it, so I purchased a full size of it. It gives length, it gives volume, and you can build it up as much as you can, but it doesn't look clumpy. It's a good quality mascara, something that you can expect to receive when you buy something from Clinique. It's high quality, you pay for the price, and it's not waterproof. So it's a very good daily wear mascara. It's black. And a little on the lower lashes. For a little bit of drama, I'm also going to use a brow mascara. This is by NYX, and this is their brow tint. And I'm just going to use just a small dusting of it. Nothing major. Just to give my brows a fluffy look. So that's about it for today's makeup. Let me know what you think. Is this your daily jam? Do you like doing simple makeup like this, or do you like to go full glam even on a daily basis? These two patches are still bothering me, but I don't think I can do anything about it. I should have avoided using any concealer right there, or even if I wanted to put concealer for these kind of dry patches, what you need to do is put a dot of a high moisture containing cream and let it sit for at least 15 minutes so that all the moisture is absorbed by that dry patch and that doesn't suck the moisture out from your concealer or foundation and doesn't look patchy like this. Okay, so that is a tip that I would like to give you. Today I did it in a hurry and I didn't give my moisturizer to sit in for a longer period of time, which is why I ended up looking like this with this patch on. Let's ignore that and subscribe to my channel if you love this and if you appreciate showing me realistic everyday makeup look, and subscribe to my channel. That will mean a lot to me, and give me a like button. Drop me a comment below. How does your daily routine makeup look like, and what are the products that you use on a daily basis? I would love to know what are your makeup choices, what products you use. I may get to see some new products which I never knew existed, and I will see you soon in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.